Okay. Well, I mean, I don't really have to have this screen up for so long. I just like having it up because it's good, you know? The stream is starting. Did you guys know that? Yeah, let's get right into this, shall we? Are you guys ready? I don't know, Laura. Look at it. I'm literally right here getting all my stuff set up. Look at all this stuff. I have all of these pulled up right here. Are pigs smarter than a professional engineer? Very good question. Why am I getting recommended that? All right. But anyways, let's see. Well, whenever it happens, it happens. You are literally losing it, Laura. Yeah, see, it doesn't show for me. It's whatever for me. I don't know, man. Yeah, you're just broken, Laura. All right, so we're gonna go through the stuff here. We're gonna. The Wilding can throw walls. Oh, see through walls. Is that what they said? Did they say that somewhere? Like on Twitter, maybe? I mean, I know about the Wraith. The Wraith you can turn invisible. I didn't know about the Wilding though. I hadn't seen anything about that. All right, but we'll kind of go from here, and I might change up the role list as we go on to different roles, and I'm thinking about the interactions between different roles. But I think Arsonist is probably a solid A tier. I wouldn't say they're an S tier, but I would say they're an A tier because they're a very powerful mafia, or a very powerful town, or traitor. There we go. Traitor role. I'll get it one of these times. They're a very powerful traitor role in that they can make people, like, dead bodies disappear, which kind of it benefits traitors in the sense that you know, it's harder for people to report things, but it's not going to prevent people from knowing that there's an arsonist, and it's also not going to prevent people from knowing that someone died. So yeah, I don't know. I would say it's a pretty solid A tier. I wouldn't say it's S tier because there's a lot of things that can counter it. Arsonist also really counters the tracker. So, yeah. Arso is literally just janitor. I don't know the length of... Does it say... it disappears after a period of time. We don't know what that period of time is. So I'm going to be like bouncing back and forth and referencing this. So Banshee. What does Banshee do again? Let me remind myself. So the Banshee is the... Okay, yeah, this is... okay. I don't know how... So some of... The problem is some of these roles... Yeah, I know, right? Great things here. We'll go like this, Laura. How about that? Oh my god, that's so much worse. Yeah, that'll be a little bit better. It doesn't say the frequencies on this because there's certain roles that you only have certain amount of uses, such as sheriff. There's things like investigator, which has certain ways about that. But I would say Banshee, I don't know how that would interact with Prosecutor, King, and Mayor. If that affects those three, then this one's like turbo OP. I would still say it's really powerful because Saints... Okay, so hear me out. I would say it's really powerful because it stops Investigator, Seer, Saint, Veteran, Vigilante, Tracker, and Sheriff, all from being able to do things. That is really powerful. Psychic, I don't know how that would affect the Psychic, but I would say Banshee is probably a solid S tier. I think Banshee is probably one of the best Traitor roles that I can think of right now. That's in the game, or that's going to be in the game, because the fact that you can stop the information from all of the TI roles, and on top of that, it stops the Veteran and the Vigilante. So hear me out, right? You're running through, and you're just like, man, they have a Veteran. This is a problem. He's confirmed. All that sorts of stuff. You can literally just pop your Banshee ability and then go and bop the Veteran. They can't do anything about it because they can't use their ability. And, you know, if you're getting chased down by a Vigi, you can pop your ability, wait for your kill cooldown to go down, and then you can kill the Vigi before they can kill you. I think Banshee's really powerful. All right, so now we have Coroner. Coroner is just being able to see how long ago they died in the long run, essentially. Look at that. That one's a decent one, I'd say. So yeah, in certain cases, Coroner can be kind of powerful, but I think for general purposes, I would say probably B tier, because it's not bad, but it's also not good at the same time. Because you can do there's a lot of information you can gain off of. No, I wouldn't say it's that bad. So you can use a lot of information off of how long ago someone was killed, because you can see, and no, that tracker would just show you exactly where it is. So the reason why I'm saying B is because if you have a higher skilled player that's playing as Coroner, not trying to toot my own horn here, but for example, if I was playing Coroner, this is exactly like Investigator in Project Winter. If you guys have ever seen Project Winter or played the game, it's really useful because you can scan the area in that general vicinity and see, hey, this person could have been the killer. So there's, yeah, Project Winter's a really fun game. It's kind of, I would say it's better than Among Us. But, yeah, they can lie to counter it, but you can say that for any role. Like, you could say, oh, the investigator's fake. And that's basically it. No, coroner with tracker isn't that good. Like, because tracker, you cannot see, like, any other town cannot see your spectral doggo. I'm saying B tier because it's not a bad role. It has its uses, but it's also not a good role. It's not, like, stupid bad. It's not really situational either. It gives you a lot of information. But okay, I just thought of a scenario. Walking up to a dead body and using your coroner ability on it kind of looks bad on you. Okay, I'll put it down for C because of that. Because you can suss yourself out because of the ability. Other than that, I would say if you didn't really have to worry about too much than that, then I would say B tier. But since you can suss yourself out, definitely C tier. Let's see. Cultist, on the other hand, I think Cultist isn't really as powerful as you think it is because it's in this one, right? So this has bloody hands. Hey, that's me, by the way. And then if it goes to right here, it gets reported at some point, right? All right, so in one of these, it says that they get reported and it was killed by a cultist. One of these says that it was killed by a cultist. I don't remember which one it was. Maybe it was the tracker. Hold on. Is it this one? No. Like maybe at the end when it... Yeah, right here. It was killed by a cultist. Okay. And I actually want to check this out. Does it say... Okay, so this changes things up a little bit here. So... I was assuming based on the description of this that cultist could not kill and they could only turn people into cultists. Just like, because see, this one says use your kill button to kill the highlighted player. I might have to ask Traitor Russ about this. Oh my god, I keep on getting the picture perfect freeze frames. There we go. Going to sleep. Yeah, it makes a TT. But so does that mean that Jester is going to be able to kill people as well? Because that's going to change the whole entire thought process that I'm going through right now. Because same thing with Executioner. It doesn't say that you can kill anyone. Same with Jester. That's here somewhere. Same thing with Jester. Yeah, it does not say that you have the ability to kill people. And same thing with Cultist. Banshee, does it say it? No, it says it with the Banshee. Yeah, I'll have to clear that up. I don't know what causes someone to die from a cultist. So I think cultist isn't the greatest, right? It's... Yeah, but turning it from a 2v8 to a 3v7 isn't as good as you think it is. And it could be like that as well. It could be only a maximum amount of people could be like followers of the cultist, right? I think cultist isn't as powerful as you guys think it is because it's a very slow roll. And the reason why I'm saying that and why I'm pointing out that it's a slow roll is if you see right here, right? This is very important to understand, right? Is this. If you don't have a fast killing traitor combo, then cultist is basically useless. I'd say it's probably for me, low B, high C. I'm going to put it in B. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because flipping someone kind of gives you a little bit of a boost at the very beginning, but we don't know how that's going to convert people and how that's going to... It's not like a weaker vamp. Vampires are a little bit better in that they're like in Town of Salem, there isn't much you can do. You have to find the evils in Town of Salem in order to win. You don't have to find the evils in this in order to win the game. And I don't know how the taskbar is going to function whenever someone gets converted, because it might jump up, right? And because, I mean, if someone gets converted, they can't do their tasks anymore, and they're not part of the town team anymore, as far as I'm aware of. Yeah, just do tasks. If there's a cultist in the game, you just do tasks. That is exactly what you do. I like your thinking. All right, so now we have Disguiser. Disguiser, probably a C tier. And the reason being is it seems like it could be powerful, but there's a lot of things that can go wrong with Disguiser. It's really situational. If there's people that are grouped together that counterclaim, then that's also a problem for town or for the Disguiser. So I think it's I think it's a C tier because it, in some cases it can be pretty strong, but in most cases I think it's pretty weak. I do actually stream on Twitch. I'm just streaming any sort of Town of Salem related content, like viewer games and stuff like that I do on YouTube, because a lot more people are able to just, you know, click on my channel and be like, oh, hey, he's live, and then join onto my stream, rather than finding my Twitch stream and then deciding, oh, well, let's play with him, you know? That's just how I feel about it. So then we have Hexmaster. So Hexmaster, does it say that Hexmaster can... Yeah, Hexmaster is... Okay, so Hexmaster can kill and they can hex everyone. And it's not really more about the view counts, it's more just like being able to play with more people. So Hexmaster operates how it normally operates, except it can kill as well. So it has Necronomicon, essentially view it like that. I don't think it's that powerful though. The fact that you can hex bomb people is pretty powerful, but again, we don't know what the cooldown of that is. I would say probably B tier for Hexmaster. Yeah, it's Hex with Necro because it says that they can kill and they can do Hex Bomb. So I think the reason why I'm doing B, like, it honestly might be a C even, but no, I'm gonna keep it at a B. A lot of people are gonna be freaked out by you if you're gonna go up to just a ton of people. And I don't think so. Hex and Cultist, that would be way too slow. Hexmaster is again another slow roll. So if you have two slow mafia killings or traitor killers, then it's just gonna be a what's it called, task victory. It's I see the purpose behind it, right? Like, I don't know. I might stick with C. Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna go with C, mostly in the fact that people are just gonna be weirded out that you're gonna be going and visit, or like going up to them essentially, because you can't push it off as like, oh, I'm just a sheriff checking you, because multiple people are gonna say, oh, why did you come up to me? Then you'd get called out pretty quick. See, Illusionist. Again, very situational. I don't really think it's that powerful, but at the same time, I'd say C because it can give Mafia an excuse to be using the teleporter thingies, but it's not that powerful of a role, and honestly, it might be like a D tier role. It has some benefits, I'll give it that. That's why I'm going to say C tier, because it has some benefits. But most of the time, it doesn't have really any benefit. It can distract, but yeah, not really too much. So then you have Inquisitor, which that was like essentially like consig, right? Yeah, I guess so. You can frame a town, but that doesn't matter too much. I mean, if people know that what Illusionist does is so Illusionist is literally you sample someone and then you make them pop up and they run to the nearest teleporter. So if someone just blatantly out in the open runs to a... If they just run out of nowhere to a teleporter, then you can probably assume that it's an illusionist doing that rather than a traitor doing it out in the open, because not that many people are bold enough to do that. Inquisitor, I would say, is probably a B tier, because that helps Mafia, or not Mafia, I keep on saying Mafia, that helps Traitors prioritize who to kill. Like, if there's a king or a prosecutor or something like that, you can always just say, hey, I'm sheriff or something like that, checking you. And then just go for a quick little bop, and then you're pretty good. No, and see, that is what I'm envisioning right now. I'm giving Illusionist the benefit of the doubt, but like I said, Illusionist is going to be a weak role, because people are gonna like understand the plays for it. I don't think that works out. So Investigator again. Like, I feel like I'm putting a lot of things in C. Investigator isn't bad enough to be a D tier, I don't think. But yeah, no, I would say Investigator would be D tier, because you'd have to... Alright, I don't know the frame in that you have to check someone in order to get the hey, this person has bloodied hands, right? Like, right here. This one, it'll say, yeah, they have bloody hands. So, this is super situational. I don't know how long you have to find someone with bloody hands, but you do have 5 of them. Yeah, I'm just going off of, like, general, like, what I think I'm gonna go with people. Alright. And then Jester. Okay, so if the Jester and Executioner can kill, I would probably place them higher. But Jester, I would say, is D tier. Like, I solidly believe that Jester is going to kind of suck in this, because if they can't kill, their actual like ability to have some sort of kill power for Mafia or for Traitors, I keep saying Mafia, I'm gonna keep on doing it, their actual kill power for the Traitors is extremely weak, because so they can only kill 2 people. In late game, that can help out, but still, you can only kill 2 people. And even then, you wouldn't be able to win. Because even if you do get hung at the very end, right? Then, yeah, Hex can bomb. Even if you do get hung at the end, and it's like a 2v1, then you kill one of them, and then the other person you just control. And if it was like 3 people and you, then it would be, you know, you'd kill one person with the other person, and then that's that. I mean, there's still one town left, and the town wins. Yeah, it's kind of Jess is kind of like really awful in this. Executioner, on the other hand, I'm gonna talk about Executioner right now. No, Jester isn't good in a 3v2, yeah, okay. I thought you were about to say a 3v1. And whoever just did something, thank you. I don't know what it was. Was it a follow, a sub? I don't know. Whatever it may have been, I appreciate you. But let's go on to Executioner really quick. So Executioner, I would say that Executioner is a really, really good role. At least better than Jester, right? Because you can swap your target. So it'll be one player who didn't vote will die, and you'll choose another target afterwards, and then you can just keep on doing that. And I know Executioner can't kill, but they still get 2 deaths off of 1 mislynch for town. And that's at least a little more powerful than Jester, so I'll give them C tier. And it's definitely a lot better because you can frame a lot of people the entire time. You can just say, oh, this guy was kind of like touching me, like, you know, saying that they're like Hexmaster or something like that. You can always frame people for that. King, on the other hand, I would probably say King is B tier, because the reason why I say King is B tier is it's a relatively powerful role, but it's only in certain situations when you can confirm people. That being said, I think having it at B is a pretty good spot. What about, so Lookout? Lookout is, I'd say Lookout C tier. Again, very situational based ability. Very, very situational based ability. Because it all it does is expand your vision radius. You say D? I mean, vision does have a lot of benefits. That's why I put C. I don't think all roles are unique. But yeah, I don't know, D. It's kind of like right in the middle. But yeah, I'd say D. I mean, vision is powerful, but in the day-night cycle, I think that decreases your vision, so Lookout isn't exactly that powerful. We still don't know what the day-night cycle does. Mayor, on the other hand, you know, I'm gonna give Mayor A tier, because if you can live to the end of the game, then more often than not, you'll be able to win the game. Mayor is a pretty good role. It's better than King, because King, you have to give your extra votes to someone else. Mayor, on the other hand, you can be like the deciding vote for a town, right? It is essentially instant confirm on yourself, yeah. So the difference between Mayor and King here, I'll show you really quick. So, King you have right here. So, King can knight someone, and it'll cause their votes to count for 2. Mayor, on the other hand, which is right here, is you can reveal that you're Mayor, making all votes from you count for 2. So Mayor is yourself, King is for someone else. So you have to delegate your votes on King, so you can give, there's a chance that you can give your votes to a traitor if they sheep you that bad. So that's why I'm putting Mayor in A tier. So medium, I think medium's a D tier. Again, super situational. It's gonna get outshined by Jester, I think, because you're gonna be really hesitant. Honestly, I don't know if those two interactions work. Yeah, so I don't think it stacks. It says use your ability to knight the highlighted player, causing their votes to count for 2, not adding an extra vote. Yeah, so that's the thing with that, is it says you can knight them, causing their votes to count for 2, not add an extra vote. So I don't think I don't think King and Mayor stack. And I think they thought about that, because that would be like extremely powerful. And in what cases would you want a king or a mayor to have 3 votes? Like, it's not going to do much. The mayor itself is already really powerful. Them having an extra vote isn't going to do too much more. So yeah, medium, on the other hand, I'm going to say is D tier, because it's going to get outshined by Jester. You're going to be really hesitant to hang if someone is claiming medium. But at least you will be able to reveal someone. Alright, so we have Necromancer. So Necromancer for me is in between A tier and B tier, because the fact that you just select someone and a zombie comes and kills them for you is pretty powerful. Honestly, it might be between S and A tier, because that's a really powerful ability, because you just basically have a hitman. The only way to counter it is just to make sure to observe who was around, who was around the person that got killed. So yeah, I'd say A tier. What do you guys have to say? I don't think the zombie can be stopped. But the indirect kill is pretty powerful. Poisoner, I'm pretty sure that works exactly how it does in Town of Salem, right? Highlight someone and then cause them to die after a short period. Again, indirectly killing. So I'm gonna say B tier. It's not powerful, like as powerful as Necromancer is, because it's easier to correlate you with the person that died, because you'll most likely be closer to them than you would as a Necromancer, because the zombie would have to take time to get to them. If you're Necromancer, the poison is just a ticking time bomb. The only thing you'll know is that there's a Necro, but yeah, I think the reason why I'm going to say Necro's A tier and not S tier is because you can always just stick in groups, and if someone just magically out of nowhere has a zombie running after them after they were in a group with someone, then you know that it's that one of those people that's Necromancer, especially if they run away from the group. Can a Vision Vet kill a zombie? Probably. Alright, so now we have Prosecutor. And even though it's very situational, I think Prosecutor is the S ranked town role, because you can instantly put someone on trial no matter what. Doesn't matter the situation. It bypasses all of the voting phase. So if you're in a tie vote, you can put someone up. If you were in a 1v1, you can win. If you were in just any sort of situation where you need to up someone, like on a short notice, boom, Prosecutor's your thing. Like, if you know guaranteed evil, that's the way to get it out. Especially so in tie votes. Prosecutor is like a true carry role. Psychic, I would say Psychic's B tier. Because that's really good for observing if two people go off with each other and one person dies. So then you'd be able to confirm someone evil. I mean, does it get faster over time? I don't know. Let me check that out really quick. Oh, yeah. It does. So you can't outrun it for that long. I mean, I guess you could run to the button or whatever it's called, the trial thing. And I think so, maybe. Who knows? Saint, on the other hand, that one, I think Saint's pretty good. Saints, like, again, it's very situational, but I think it's in those situations where it actually works out, it's a B tier. Definitely B tier. It's not A or it's not S. It's very possible to be A, but because it's situational, it's a B tier. Psychic, the reasoning for Psychic is it stops, like, yeah, it's too situational for S. I think it's still too situational for A tier. And even though Prosecutor is situational, you'll see a lot more of it. It's so it's like, it's like 50-50 with the Prosecutor, whereas this is like maybe like 1 out of every 10 games where you'll have a good Saint play, right? The Seer. Yeah, so you'd have to like take a bullet for someone. But I mean, still, them killing you, even if they don't know that you're Saint, even if you don't take a shot for someone, imagine there's a Hexmaster in the game or a cultist in the game. I think that honestly just makes you win. That's so good. Hey, what's up, Ven? Yeah, Saint is a really good counter to SK as well. Saint buys time, and that's time for you to complete tasks. Alright, so for Seer, I don't think it's like A tier. Again, I think this is a B tier. This is... So the reason why I say it's B tier is because no, this is a new game by the Town of Salem devs called Traitors in Salem. It's going to be releasing in beta here soon. No, Seer isn't a better lookout. So here, let me show you what Seer does. So this is Seer, right? You use your ability to pick 2 people, and it'll tell you if they're in the same faction or not. So if you watch this, here, I'll mute this really quick. So me and Techno Witch over here are being checked by Traitor Russ. It says, wow, Shadow and Techno are on different factions. Whoa, that's pretty good. So that's a guaranteed 1-for-1 between the two. Even if you don't find, and you have 5 of these, by the way, you can do this for 5 different times. It's on a 45-second cooldown, but that isn't really that long. And then on top of that, you can confirm 2 people. Like if you know that someone's vigilante, you can use that vigilante to check everyone. Yeah, it has 5 uses. Honestly, no, why am I putting it in a B tier? It's honestly an A tier. Like, it's... I kind of neglected the fact that it's a 4-time use, or a 5-time use. Yeah, I'd say that's something to not be slept on. Yeah, like, that. If there's some sort of meta going on, then this would be the way to go with that. SK. SK, I'd say, is A tier. SK is a pretty good mafia. Or I keep on saying mafia. No, it literally says right here, ×4. Gaze ×4. There is 5 uses. And keep in mind, everything that I'm showing you right now and everything that's in this right here, everything that's in this, all of these videos is subject to change. It is an alpha. There's going to be a lot of balancing with it. It might be that, you know, this is too powerful. You might get 3 in the future. So just take all of this for a grain of salt. This is just the initial ranking that I'm giving it right now. Seer, again, yeah, Disguiser does hard counter Seer, but then you'd have to have people, you'd have to have the Disguiser stay still enough for the Seer to be able to check them. And if they're running away, then that throws a lot of sus onto them and probably points out, hey, there might be a Disguiser here, right? It's a lot like in, again, Project Winter. There's a truth serum, and essentially what the truth serum does is you just poke on someone and it tells you their role. So it's like, I don't know, sheriff, I guess, but it'll tell you their role. SK is like an extra traitor, but that's not what the actual ability for itself will be. It's more of a counter to people grouping up, because I use this tactic a lot whenever I played Among Us. Is if you're ever in a situation where it's 4 people alive, 1 traitor left, then 2 people group up, and then the other 2 people stick together. And if you're an SK, if there's 3 people alive, right? You just follow 2 of them, get a quick bop bop, and then there you go, tie vote out of nowhere. So it doesn't matter if you split up into 2 groups like that. So you'd have to do groups of 3 from now on. All right, and Traitor, let's be honest, Traitor's F tier. Same with Townie. Townie is F tier. Both of them, you have literally nothing to do. Like you can't do anything with them. I mean, you can make some plays, but they're kind of dumpstered, right? Yeah, imagine 2 SKs. That's something I'll have to ask. Are roles unique? Yeah, 2 SKs would be kind of ridiculous, because then it would go from a 2v8 at the very beginning of the game to a 2v6, forcing kind of a vote right off the bat. Wilding, I don't know what Wilding does, so that one's unknown. Some people are saying that Wilding can see through walls. I don't know how that's going to help you as a traitor. I mean, I guess in that you can see if someone's coming your direction, about to like run through, but we don't have any information on that. The Wraith, their ability isn't that good, so I'm gonna say C tier. All they're able to do, and yeah, so if people are hiding, that's situational. Not many people are just gonna hide as a townie. They're most likely gonna be trying to rush to get objectives done, because Jester, Executioner, Hexmaster, and Cultist all exist. There's a very high possibility that that all runs together. So Wraith, the fact that they go invisible and stuff like that, I mean, that's really good. I think it's said that they can use teleporters while they're invisible, but like, you can't kill anyone or anything like that. What do you mean once objectives are done? I'm pretty sure the game ends and the Necronomicon is banished whenever the game, or whenever it's over. So the game like ends right there, right? Then you have Sheriff. Yeah. It was nice having you, Admiral. But I think sheriff honestly would be a D tier. Like it's a lot like in Town of Salem, where you have sheriff saying, "Okay, this person is suspicious," and then they're just like, "Oh, okay, executioner," and it'll turn into a 1-for-1 from there. I mean, the 1-for-1 is powerful in itself, but the role of sheriff is so you have to trust my word about it that it's ridiculous. Oh, I mean, yeah. But I mean, like, whenever I'm playing, like, I don't hide behind walls and stuff like that trying to catch people out. Like, I usually follow people around. Yeah, and the sheriff only has one use. Tracker, same thing with tracker. I don't think tracker's that powerful as people wanna say that it is. Sure, you can find a mafia, but how are you going to explain to town that that mafia is actually a mafia member? Nobody else can see the spectral doggo except for you. Like, what else can you do? It's literally one of the same things as sheriff. And then we have transporter. We don't know what transporter is going to do. So again, I'm going to say that that's unknown. Veteran, it's very situational, but I do think it's a B tier. I think it's a pretty decent role. And then vigilante, I don't know. Vigilante maybe a C tier because I mean it works just like vigilante in Town of Salem. There's a lot of stress on you, so it's hard to make that decision in the very end. So I would say for the average player, it'd be a C tier. Because it's a reasonably alright role. It's like right in the middle. But, yeah. That is true. I mean, I think Laura, what might happen is that Transporter gives people movement speed buffs. That just makes a little bit of sense. But veteran, you have your own shield, so you can protect yourself. So if you're ever having someone like being really sus around you, at least you have that protection. No, vet's pretty high because you have your own self defense. Because all right, so like the reason why vet actually hold on, did they reveal veteran? Yeah, okay, so they revealed veteran. Let's see how many does vet have here? All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have about a 5 seconds. They have a 5 second window for someone to attack you. That's pretty. That's pretty good. And then I mean it's kind of skill oriented in Town of Salem as well. You have to have any amount of you have to have an amount of discipline in order to play the game or play veteran. Oh my god, I'm so tired right now for whatever reason. I mean, I did just like move a bunch of stuff around. Uh so I think it's a pretty good spot and it does have this cooldown right here. That is a cooldown for when you can use it again. So veteran has multiple uses. It's not just a one-time use. Definitely isn't. Yeah, but you could just run at someone. And if it's like the necromancer or something like that, If you feel like someone poisoned you or something like that, you can pop on your veteran thing after you walk away from them, depending on how long the poison takes to activate. And I don't know, man. I think it's pretty reasonable to be B tier. I could rate it higher, but like the majority of people, I'd say B, because you have to have a little bit of timing with it. Yeah, I mean, I guess that works. Yeah. Rest in peace. Alright, but I think this is pretty good. I like this tier list. I think it's pretty reasonable to say that there are two roles that are most definitely better than the other roles. One for both factions. There's kind of a little bit more power towards the traitor side, but there's also, like, again, like, a lot of the town roles just suck, though. I mean, like, in terms of, like, power, which, I mean, you wouldn't want to have a powerful town. What would be the point in just town winning every single game that you play? So you have to have some roles that suck. But I feel like right now, based on the role list and how we were able to kind of like shape this out, even if I put vet right here or right here, like, look at this curve. This is a very nicely shaped curve. It's not like, you know, let's say like right here where everything's right here, right? And there's like a little like hump right here where everything's like all D tier. It's actually pretty well. Oh, wait, hold on. Where did I have everything before? I think I had Wraith as C tier. Did I have Wraith as C tier? No. I had Wraith. No, no, wait. Yeah, I think I had Wraith as C tier. All right. I want to pretend like I had Wraith as C tier. But I think, like, this is a pretty good outlook of how everything is going to play out. And yeah, whenever we get to playing the alpha, I can just run over this again and kind of, from my feedback on how the game plays out, we can adjust it from there. But yeah, I don't know. So I have been streaming for an hour. I really wanted to do viewer games, but I'm just super tired right now. You might be able to hear it with me talking. I'm like kind of like splicing all of my words together at this point. I don't know. I'm just like sleep drunk, right? But I really wanted to do viewer games. I did end up getting woken up twice. Once because of my dog just coming in and just licking my face because my brother doesn't know how to close doors. And two, because I had to help out and I woke up way earlier than I should have on my day off. You know, I was thinking about waking up maybe like 3 hours ago. Instead, I woke up like 6 hours ago. So yeah, but I think I'm going to get myself some sleep. I do appreciate you all for stopping by. And I'm sorry I couldn't get through and do some viewer games with you guys, but I'll be sure to do that later. And you know what? We're gonna do a game on Saturday. We're gonna do a stream on Saturday and Sunday. It might be a little late for my friends in the UK, but you know, we'll be doing some streams. I'm trying to get into a more consistent schedule. That's why I've been like kind of delaying some of my uploads throughout the day. I've been also setting up for comments of the week. Haven't done that quite yet. But hey, listen, okay, Laura, the Netherlands doesn't exist. Let's be real. You're just from the UK. You're trying to make it like you're from a very, very special place. but I get it. And anyways, aside from all of that, thank you guys for joining into the stream, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.